Cool. Well, I'm just going to take you guys real quickly then how to start fast. When I saw my first night, how to make money, all that stuff. So when I was sitting in a chair 4 years ago, Dave Watson was up here showing this to me. Dave Watson is that football coach that I keep mentioning. If you don't know who he is yet, when you get your website, there's training right on there. There's a button on there that says Watch Quick Start. Simply click that button and you'll see a video of Dave Watson, who's the guy I met my first night, teaching you a lot of stuff I'm about to say. I would watch that video about 21 times before I would start my phone calls. Okay? Now you gotta understand, this guy had an airplane. This company bought him an airplane by the time I met him. Okay? So he's got my attention. And I'm sitting in your chair, he's up here talking, and I said this to myself. I said, okay, this guy standing in front of me right now is currently making a boatload of money doing this. And I said, I've never done this before. Just like all of you guys, before World Ventures, I'd done a bunch of other stuff. But he told me, if you haven't made at least $25,000 a month consistently in network marketing, you've never done this before. It's different. So I said, I'm going to listen to him. So he taught me 2 rules. The number 1 rule, and the first thing I would write down if I were taking notes, would be this. This business is supposed to be fun! That is the number 1 rule. I don't know why we're having such a tough time with that with this team. You guys to lighten up a little bit, okay? This is extra money on top of what you already got coming in. Let's have fun. Throw a party. That's the first thing you do. It's one of the first things I would do. Throw a party. Have fun with it. I don't care what you do. Ladies on my team crush it by having wine and cheese parties. That's all they do. They invite all their friends over. They have them all bring a bottle of wine from a different part of the world to give it a travel theme, and you throw a party. All come to your living room and show them. Guys, throw a barbecue. Throw a poker night. What do you do anyway? I don't know what you do, but whatever you do, just add this to it, okay? But the number 1 thing is have fun. We're selling lifestyle. We're selling travel. We're not selling vitamins and soap, okay? Have fun, okay? Second thing, when he was sitting there talking to me, and I humbled myself, and I made myself coachable, I just wrote down word for word what he told me to say. So he told me exactly how to do it. Right? And I always found the quickest way to be successful is called modeling. Have you guys ever heard of a guy named Tony Robbins, Anthony Robbins?
Oh, yeah.
Dude's made $1 billion training people how to be successful. You know what he trains people? Find somebody who has what you want and do what they do. That's what he trains. That's it, the whole training. Right? So he had what I wanted, so I said, okay, I'm going to listen to him. Thank you very much, Casey. I literally wrote down word for word what he told me to say the first night, and I read it to people. Made $1,200 in my first 3.5 hours. And here's what it looked like. Hey, Chad. This is Eric. Bad river. College dropout. I don't know if I told you guys that part of my story. But anyway, I'm exaggerating a little bit, but I literally wrote down word for word what he told me to say, and I read it to people. You guys want to know what's crazy to me? I travel all over the world. So in May 1st, I leave for South Africa. People from all over the world are going to fly in to watch me talk. I was just in Singapore doing that, I was just in Norway doing that, and then I was in Las Vegas doing that. And you know what's crazy to me? All I do is I sit there and teach people how to get what I got. That's all I do. I go all over the world and I teach people how to get what I got. I'll stand here. See, you guys happen to be on part of my organization. So for free, whenever you guys want me to, wherever you guys want me to for the next 12 months, I will teach you and whoever you bring to the table exactly how to get what I got. You can see me in Success Magazine. Add me on Facebook. Check out the 60 vacations I've been on the last 4 years. See the cars, see the houses. And what's crazy to me is every night I teach people how to do it, and 90% of you will never attempt it. Isn't that insane? I'm going to show you the fastest way I know how to make $1 million in 3 years. And 90% of you will never even attempt what I'm about to tell you. You guys want to know why? It's because the first night I was reading a script to my friends. How do you think I was comfortable reading a script to my friends? I wasn't. See, and you won't be either. And that's why most of you will not do it. Because the second thing I'd write down is this. Average people do not force themselves to get uncomfortable. And that's exactly how they stay average their entire lives, and then they die. Isn't that nice? Happens all the time. In my opinion, that's the worst thing somebody could say about you. Oh yeah, he's average. Wouldn't that be horrible? But it happens all the time. Because comfortable is who you are right now. We got all these trainers in here, right? I would imagine when you're teaching people, you're training people, the first thing they got to do is get uncomfortable. The first time you do anything, you're going to be uncomfortable. We got these hairstylists on our team. Could you imagine cutting somebody's hair for the first time? Probably. Really nervous. I'm glad it wasn't that person, right? You're uncomfortable, but think about this. After a period of time, you can just do it, can't you? You have to do it a few times, force yourself to get uncomfortable, but then you get better. Same applies to World Ventures. You know what it takes here? 12 phone calls. You force yourself to make 12 phone calls on your 13th phone call. You'd be like, hey, Benny, this is Eric. Listen, I don't have a lot of time now, but you'll be able to do it. So most people here will not force themselves to get uncomfortable for 12 stinking phone calls. That's cool, because you get to make your own choices here. Let's be real clear. I am not your boss. You do not have a boss. I do not want to be your boss. and I will resemble nothing even close to your boss. You make your own choices here, and you are your own boss. You got to live with the consequences. See, and I look at my other options. See, those first 12 phone calls, just so you guys know, I've never done this before, and it wasn't comfortable for me at all, those first 12 phone calls. But what was my other option? You know what my other option was before World Ventures? I used to have to work. All the time. It sucked. It's like 12 hours. My life before World Ventures, at my real estate company, I was working about 12 hours a day, Monday through Friday, keep it going. Sitting in an office for 12 hours a day, it sucked. Saturday I'd have a little bit of fun, but you guys know what I used to have to do? On Sunday night, I used to have to go home, and right before I went to bed every Sunday night, I used to have to go set my alarm clock. And I'd get uncomfortable then. I get this little uncomfortable feeling right in the pit of my stomach. You know why? I knew I had to wake up early Monday morning and go work at a stupid company I didn't really like all week long again. Does anybody know what I'm not doing tonight, by the way? I don't own an alarm clock. I did this part-time for 16 months. I was working all the time because I did real estate from 9 to 5. I was just like you guys. I had to keep paying my bills. So I did real estate from 9 to 5 to make a living. But I did exactly what you're watching here from 5 to 9 and on the weekends. So that was uncomfortable because I was working all the time. But after 16 months of doing that, I did make a living from 9 to 5 in real estate, but I made a killing from 5 to 9 in World Ventures because my income hit just under $500,000 a year. That day I sold 7 real estate offices, 4 mortgage companies, 3 title companies, and 40 investment properties to do this full time. Because this would be way bigger than any of that junk. But also that day I was able to gather the 4 alarm clocks up in my house. I was able to go right to the garbage can. I was able to go like that. And I promise you, if you ever get a feeling like that, if you ever get a chance to do that, it will be one of the best feelings of your life. And just so we're clear, tomorrow morning I'm sleeping until I'm tired of sleeping. Friday I'm sleeping until I'm tired of sleeping. And I guarantee you guys, next Monday, when everybody wakes up with the Mondays, I will be sleeping until I'm tired of sleeping. I designed a life so I don't have to be anywhere ever again. I am here tonight because I choose to be, not because I have to be. The money comes anyway, and that's a way different way to live your life. I look at World Ventures like this. I'm not a stupid person. Nobody told me I had to come here to Greer. I could have gone anywhere in the world to build this business for the next 12 months. I chose to come here because it is the dead center of the largest untapped market we have with our company. And you just happen to live here. I don't believe things happen by accident. We all met for a reason. So why don't we just lock arms for the next 12 months and get uncomfortable and go after this thing? But then, we might not have to set our stupid alarm clocks for the next 35 years. We're going to get started here. This business is different than a job. And people struggle in the beginning a lot of times because of this one reason. Your job is about who you are. Your job is about you exchanging hours for dollars. That's what a job is about. This is the opposite. World Ventures is about who you know. We are looking for contacts. That's all that matters here. If you're brand new, we need your top 10. That's all it takes. Your top 10 people that know you the best and trust you the most on paper. First name, last name, phone number. As fast as possible. I don't care if you throw a party this weekend. Tell me about it. I'll be there. Okay? I don't care if we show them one at a time at Panera Bread or bring them out here. But as fast as humanly possible, we want to get in front of 10 so we can make you 6 sales and make you $570. From 10, we got to grow your list to 30. Your top 30 or anybody you personally know that you'd like to be business partners with. That's your top 30. To get what I got, it took 200 names. Here's who makes that list. Anybody you can call and you say, hey Chad, this is Eric. And he just simply recognizes who you are. It's a scientific fact by the time you're 21, you know 1,000 people like that. Okay? And I know 200 sounds like a lot, but here's why. To get what I got, you can't prejudge. See, I know what you did, because I did the same thing. Right when you started, you're thinking, oh man, I got this one girl, she's going to do this for sure. She travels all the time. And I got this one guy, he's going to love it. Oh, but not this other dude, he makes too much money. Oh, this other person's too busy. Oh, this other person doesn't have... And you sit there and decide who will and won't do it without even letting them decide for themselves. Here's a tip. Usually people you think will do it, won't. Usually people you think won't, will surprise you. You don't know, don't play God. It's not your job to pick them, it's your job to show them. I would challenge you to do a brain dump. Here's how you can come up with 200 names. Go home tonight and mindlessly empty your cell phone. Just brain dump it on a sheet of paper, just like this. Just don't even think about the names that you're writing down. Just write down every name in there. First name, last name, phone number. Go to Facebook. Every contact on Facebook that if you called them, they would recognize you by your first name, write them down. I know you can come up with 200. But then you got right on top of that list, SW. SW are 2 most important letters in World Ventures. SW means this. Some will, some won't, so what? Who cares? See, this industry in network marketing today creates more millionaires than any other industry in the world, and it's not even close. You guys want to know what else it does? It creates more failures. It's a double-edged sword. More millionaires, more failures. I tell the truth. Is that okay with everybody? Yeah. You will not all become more millionaires. It's more millionaires, more failures. That's the truth about network marketing. I was cool with that. I was like, why though? Why do people fail then? There's only one answer. I searched for a long time. Do you know the only way you can fail at World Ventures? There's one answer. Anybody know?
Quit.
Quit. People are going to quit. So what? Get ready for that. Just about everybody in life quits everything in life. 1,000 people are quitting McDonald's today. You guys realize that? 1,000 people are quitting McDonald's today. Do you guys think Ray Kroc, the founder of McDonald's, gives a crap? Do you think he's like, oh no, 16-year-old Chelsea and Greer is quitting McDonald's today? Let's shut her down. Or do you think he replaces her without even noticing? People quit. Dr. Norman Peale is one of my favorite authors. He says 90% of failure in all of our lives comes from quitting. We're a society of quitters. So I was cool with that, but I was like, why? If the only way to failure is to quit, why do people quit? The number one answer to that was interesting to me. The number one reason you fail here and the number one reason you quit, if you do, will be because your feelings get hurt. That's the number one reason people quit. Now, I was one of those guys, when I'm sitting in your chair, they told me how we get paid. The way you get paid is anything you do between now and Friday at midnight, they direct deposit a check in your bank account next Friday. And I was like, prove it. My first night, I'm like, okay, prove it. So I want to make a great big check. If you want to make a great big check your first Friday when you leave here, let me tell you the most important thing you need to do. You need to take people's opinions when you show them World Ventures. You take their yeses and their nos, and you need to detach yourself from it emotionally. We just gave a presentation. A bunch of you guys came on board. A bunch more probably are. I'm happy to have you. Welcome to the team. I need you to hear this. I could care less if one of you sign up tonight. It means absolutely nothing to me. You guys want to know why? It's not my job to convince you to say yes. It's my job to show you. See, I gave a presentation for 1,300 people up in Minnesota. Largest one I've ever done. I could care less if I got one yes. Because it's not my job to convince them, it's my job to show them. And this is where most of you are screwing this business up. You think your job is to leave here and convince people to say yes. To be clear, I did the best job I could showing you guys World Ventures. If you don't get it for $365, whatever, come on back tomorrow night. I bet you every seat's full. And we'll show a whole bunch more people, and I look at myself like a waiter or a waitress. If I have to convince you to say yes after I show you, once you get in, I'm going to have to babysit you. I am not interested in babysitting people. I'm just looking for people that are looking for me, period. And there's enough of them out there. See, I look at myself like a waiter or a waitress. We went to Applebee's after this. You guys know what happened? We finished eating our meal, and I can pretty much guarantee you the waitress is going to come up to our table and she's going to give us this big smile. She's going to say, hey, did you guys save any room for dessert? But what do you say right to her face? Just about every single time. No! Go get me a box. I'm stuffed. Does she care?
No.
She just goes next table, next table, next table?
Yep.
Really? My waitresses care. See, every time I tell my waitress no at Applebee's, emotionally, they're crushed because I didn't want dessert, right? And I told them no. So they always take a chair and they pull it up right next to my table. And then my waitresses, their shoulders always shrug like this. And my waitress's lips, they always go. And they always look at me and they go, dessert doesn't work. Doesn't that happen to you guys? So you guys are like, where the hell can I? Alright, so think about this. You'd think she was crazy. If you told your waitress no and she reacted like that, you would think she was nuts. But watch what you do with World Ventures. See, the first person you talk to when you walk out of here, I already know who it is. It's your brother-in-law, Bill. Right? And you're going to be all excited. You're going to screw it all up. You're going to try to explain it to him. And when you get to the end, your brother-in-law, Bill, will look you right in the eye. And he's going to go, well, that sounds stupid. And you're going to go, oh. I don't know if it works. Trust me, it works. It works real good. Some will, some won't, so what? Let me teach you something my mom taught me. Consider the source. So your brother-in-law, Bill, who thinks this is stupid, is he a really successful network marketer? Is he a really successful entrepreneur? Is he a billionaire? Is he in Success Magazine? Or does he not have $2,500 in his bank account? Let me ask you all this question. If you want to lose weight today, right now your goal is to lose weight, would you run out of here and take weight loss advice from a fat person? Me neither. But then who do you listen to about money and business? See, just to be clear, I don't take weight loss advice from fat people. I don't take business advice from broke people. I listen to Trump, Kiyosaki, and Buffett. The billionaires, they're all in network marketing. You guys know what my brother-in-law told me? I drove 4 hours to go show him this, right when I was getting started 4 years ago. And I was all excited. And I got to the end. He's broke, by the way. And I got to the end, and I said, hey, man, you ready to get started? And my brother-in-law looked at me 4 years ago, and he said, Eric, I think you're an idiot for doing this. And he said, Eric, most likely, you're going to jail. That's what my brother-in-law told me 4 years ago when I showed him World Ventures. But thank God I knew something important about life before I sat down with my brother-in-law that day. It's that if I was going to buy somebody's opinion, I had to buy that person's lifestyle. Be careful whose opinions and whose lifestyle you're buying. Just to be clear, I don't want to live in the house my broke brother-in-law lives in. I want to live in Donald Trump's houses. Trump is in network marketing. My broke brother-in-law, is not. I don't want to draft a